Hello, this is Crimson Creations and welcome to my next video. Happy Pride Month! Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's here already. Oh my gosh, this year has gone so fast. It's crazy. So what are you doing for Pride Month? Are you doing a virtual Pride? Are you going to a virtual festival? Everything's virtual nowadays, so what are you doing? Unfortunately, Pride in so many places has been cancelled, but it is probably better that way. It's a lot safer. So I don't think I'm doing anything for Pride Month this year besides, you know, making these videos, interacting with people online in celebration. So in this video, it's a lot different from what I usually do. And I know I say that every video that it's way different, but this one is actually format-wise extremely different from what I usually do. This video is not just one look. It's gonna be 6 looks. Yes, you heard that right. 6 looks. Oh my gosh, I worked so hard on this video and I'm so glad to have it finally done. So every voice that you hear in this video, I will have a link to them down below where you can find them at. These are some of the friends I have reached out to and I'm just so happy they have decided to put their voice into this and just get something out there. And I'm so thankful for that, and I just love every bit of what every single one of them has written or recorded for me, and I'm so glad you get to hear it too. So anyways, we'll get on with the video. I really hope you enjoy it, and this look I'm actually wearing right now is not part of this video. It is going to be the next one for Pride Month. It is just a rainbow butterfly. Just a rainbow butterfly. But yes, it is a rainbow butterfly. But anyways, I really hope you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good, safe Pride Month. And before I start in with those looks, I'm gonna have a little bit of history about the Pride flag. The original Pride flag was designed by Gilbert Baker in 1977 after he was challenged by fellow activists and San Francisco City Supervisor Harvey Milk. Baker was a gay activist and US veteran. The original design included the colors hot pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, turquoise, indigo, and violet. Respectively, the colors represented sex, life, healing, sunlight, nature, art, serenity, and spirit. In 1978, following the assassination of Milk, the demand for Pride flags grew. Due to the production shortages, the classic flag was reduced to 7 stripes, dropping the pink color. In 1978, the color turquoise was also removed from the flag. This is due to the organizers of the 1979 San Francisco parade deciding to split the flag into 2 parts. This decision was made so that there was an even amount of colors so they could split it to run on both sides of the parade. In early 2017, Baker brought forth another version amending his original design, which added a lavender stripe to the top, which would represent diversity. Later in 2017, our modern Pride flag was altered by the city of Philadelphia. The alteration was made to add a brown and black stripe to the top of the classic Pride flag. This was done to represent the people of color within the LGBT+ community and to fight back against racism within Philadelphia communities. This flag now reaches almost all LGBT+ spaces as they push against discrimination. After this, Daniel Kosar created a flag that combines the Philadelphia Pride flag with the trans Pride flag, adding the colors white, pink, and blue. The Pride flag is meant to encompass all LGBT+ identities, and I have no doubt that as we further as a society that our flag will continue to have alterations to represent us better. For this video, I'll be doing a look of the most commonly known version of the Pride flag. It will be red for life, orange for healing, yellow for sunlight, green for nature, blue for harmony, and violet for spirit. I asked some of my LGBT+ friends if they would share a short word about what Pride means to them, what a color the flag represents to them, or how the LGBT+ community has affected their life. And without further ado, let's get into it. To start us off with the color red, which means life, I'm going to talk for a second about what living with pride every day means to me. For me, growing up queer was strange. It was a limbo of constantly feeling like I should be open and unashamed, then turning around and feeling like I have a piece of myself to hide. Like this part of my identity is shameful and wrong. I was scared of who I was because I had this fear and hate instilled into me of what I didn't understand. But as I grew into myself, I found that every thought I had internalized began to change as I learned to love myself. I was able to be more open. Not only was I kinder to myself, I was kinder to those around me because I no longer deflected this feeling of shame. It was this turning point that I really started to live. Pride to me is about acceptance, it's about love, and it's about support. Every day I try to live with the goal of spreading kindness because I know that feeling of shame and hurt, and if I can ease that just a little bit for somebody else, then that makes life worth living, and that's what living with pride means to me. The next color is Orange for Healing, which comes to us in many forms. Here is a word from my wonderfully witty and creative friend, Lavender Le Fay.
Our community has a practically superhuman ability to heal. It's an act of defiance and rebellion in itself, while being aware of the harsh fact that they may not be somebody to take our place in the fight. We lick our wounds, grieve, and join together again, no matter who's not standing with us anymore, who we've lost. When they call us faggots, they're unknowingly referencing the healing flames of our spirit.
And next is Yellow for Sunlight. I'm going to use this time to share some information about the TREVOR project. The TREVOR project was founded in 1998 by the creators of the Academy Award-winning short film TREVOR. The TREVOR project is a leading national organization providing crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning LGBTQ young people under 25. They offer education resources, ways to get involved and help others, and multiple resources to receive help. They offer a TREVOR lifeline where you can call and speak to a trained counselor 24/7, an online TREVOR chat, or TREVOR Text where you can text a counselor. They also have TREVOR Space, which is a social networking site for LGBT youth and friends and allies. Also offered by the TREVOR project is the TREVOR Support Center, a place where LGBTQ youth and allies can find answers to frequently asked questions and explore resources related to sexual orientation, gender identity, and more. If you go to the description below, you'll find a link to go to the TREVOR project to discover resources and get involved. Next is Green for Nature. Nature is what sustains us, that which comes naturally, and what we must be true to. Now we have a word from my friend MJ, who I'll be reading for. As someone who is aspec, pride is pretty damn important. Not a lot of people have heard of asexuality or being agendered. Even in the LGBT+ community, my community, I find myself having to explain both the terms and to fight for my spot here. Pride is, of course, the feeling of acceptance and, well, pride of who I am. It's also a chance to educate others on these lesser-known identities through both facts and personal experience. It's a chance to get to know your community better and to help others on that same confusing journey. it can be pretty scary to navigate how you fit into the massive LGBT plus world. To me, Pride is that sense of community where you're welcomed with open arms and told, hey kid, it's okay to be confused. We've all been there too. Take your time. What's really important is that you are you, and that you're happy with that. Thank you, MJ. I've decided to leave this as a moment of silence for our brothers and sisters we have lost to hate, for our family who have been neglected, and our siblings who have been silenced. And last but most certainly not least, we have purple, which is representative of spirit. Now, I think spirit means something different to just about everybody, whether it's religion, the life that flows through all things, inspiration, or whatever it means to you. And here to share her message is one of my closest friends and one of the kindest people I know, my dear friend Iris.
When I think about what pride means to me, I think of a bright flame in the darkness, a breath of fresh air to lungs starved of oxygen. I feel the immense and unfathomable gravity behind it. A countless number of souls stretching back from the beginning of human history and extending out to the end of human existence. I feel a deep sense of solidarity with them, the folks who bore unspeakable suffering so that we may exist as openly as we do now, and the people who will also benefit from our struggles. We all share a common thread that binds us together, one of love and acceptance, one of hope and belonging. Their souls are intertwined with mine in a way that is so very special, and my cup runneth over with gratitude and joy. Our love will move mountains, and shake the earth to its core. Our pride will echo throughout history forever.
I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I know it's not a great time in the world right now, but when is it ever a perfect time? From natural disasters to earthquakes, pandemics to shootings. It's just been a struggle, and I know a lot of people are having a difficult time right now, especially as we go into Pride Month. Normally this is a time to be ecstatic and to celebrate everything, but it's been a little difficult this year, and it's going to be a little difficult as we go further into Pride Month. But the earth keeps turning and night meets day. We keep going, fighting, living our best lives, because that's what Pride has always been about. Pride isn't a place or a parade or a costume. It's a belief. It's quality, love, and justice. 6 different looks, you heard that right. 6 different looks is a color of orangey viv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. Actually that was 7, but a color for every color of the pride flag. So we're gonna have red, orange, green,